As I was walking between the United States Capitol building and the Supreme Court, I noticed a small group of leftists protesting the policies of President Trump and Vice President Pence, especially their stance on the abortion issue.
Our message is abortion on demand and without apology. Women are not breeders, women are not incubators, and we say no to a fascist America. We need to rise up and stop this. We're going to have abortion on demand and without apology signs. We're going to have the bloody pants representing the women who die when abortion is illegal. So I just want to say while we're here before we step off.
This group?
This Friday,
RefuseFascism.org.
March for Life, which is really
This is Sarah Taylor. She's one of the founders.
With members of Refuse Fascism, members of Stop Patriarchy, members of the Revolution Club, people standing up against this.
I was curious. I started filming with my iPhone, and within 1 minute, they started to block all my shots and push and shove me around.
I'm not welcome here?
Ironically, this group, Fight Fascism, while having their own freedoms protected by the government, were attempting to force me from filming a public event by taking away my First Amendment rights.
Apparently they don't like me.
And they were dragged out in handcuffs.
Talk about freedom of speech. They believe it's for them and not for us. Hey, you gonna be my escort?
It is really important that we rally
I like your sign.
their back.
Who are the real fascists? Later that evening, they continued their march past the White House, protected by the Washington, D.C. Police Department, funded by us, the United States taxpayers. I couldn't believe it. They continued to push and shove me. I decided to find out who is behind Refuse Fascism, what is their agenda, and who is funding them. It was co-founded by Sarah Taylor, who's on the board of the Revolutionary Communist Party, and is directed by Bob Avakian, who himself was a radical anti-war activist on the Berkeley campus in the late 60s and early 70s. I was there in the middle of all that chaos and saw Bob and his friends in operation. On the 27th of August in 2017, Refuse Fascism staged a violent protest to stop an invited conservative from speaking on the Berkeley campus. Their agenda is to create a revolution, overthrow the United States government, and to bring in a new form of communism.
This is a draft proposal for what a constitution would be day one after the revolution. My name is Rafael Cadaris, and I'm a volunteer here at Revolution Books. This bookstore is the cultural, political, and intellectual center of a movement for an actual revolution.
Whereas I am an advocate of communism, a new communism, who is convinced that what is ultimately and fundamentally required to deal with the current horrors facing the masses of humanity and the looming threat to the very existence of humanity is a truly radical and emancipating revolution.
My biggest shock came when I discovered who is funding these radical progressive organizations. Much of their money comes from foundations like George Soros and his Open Society Foundation with billions of dollars in assets. Another big donor is the Alliance for Global Justice, which is funded by Bank of America, Ben and Jerry's, the Ford Foundation, Schwab, and many, many others. So what can we do about it? You can become a sponsor so that we can produce more programs like this exposing news and issues that the mainstream fake media never will. We have interviewed over 100 experts on multiple subjects, providing information we believe is vital for the survival of the United States of America. Many are scientists, historians, doctors, government officials, pastors, former gang leaders, radical communists, drug dealers, occultists, pro-life activists, media professionals, and educators. We are outraged over the rapid erosion of our Judeo-Christian values and the invasion of hate speech and the loss of personal liberties. Our plan, with the Lord's guidance and your help, is to release a powerful, informative program each week. Go to our website today and find out how you can become a sponsor. worldmediaministry.org